Welcome to Coffee with Viking. I am Mike. Cheers. And today's devotion, Speak Up. Jeremiah 26:12 and 13. God sent me to preach against both this temple and city, everything that's been reported to you. So do something about it. Change the way you're living. Change your behavior. Listen obediently to the message of your God. Maybe God will reconsider the disaster he has threatened. The prophets and priests were at their wits' end with Jeremiah. He'd been warning them about impending judgment from God, and they weren't interested in what he had to say. In Jeremiah 26:11, they called for him to be put to death. People who speak the truth in a situation in which others are going astray are rarely appreciated. Nobody wants to hear that he is wrong. But this was Jeremiah's calling, and he had to be faithful. As a Christian, this is your calling as well. Matthew 5:15 says, "You're here to be a light, bringing out the God colors in the world." God is not a secret to be kept. We're going public with this, as public as a city on a hill. In what ways is your faith in Christ public? Do your neighbors know you're a Christian? How about your coworkers? Do you say the hard but truthful thing when the situation warrants it? How can you improve? Lord, I'm not as vocal as I should be. Prompt me to speak up, to testify to your truth more often. May I never shirk from my responsibility. Now, as a Christian, what all do you think in your minds and in your hearts you could improve on? Are you as vocal as you want to be or as you feel you should be for God? I know that there are some situations in life where sometimes you just have to tone it down, like in a work-related situation, or if you're a student in school, sometimes in class you got to tone that down. But in your free time, are you vocal about it? Do you do Bible studies personally or in groups? Do you talk God to people that you come across? Do you plant seeds wherever you can? These are the questions that we need to ask ourselves as followers of Christ. Are we doing what we should, or as much as we should? Are we doing just enough to get by, or are we just scraping to get through and try to fit into this fallen world? Now, I know that there are some places, again, where we have to tone it down because we're not on our time, we're on a company or a school's time. But when that time ends, what are you doing for Christ? That's the big question. Because we know time is short, we got to get the message out. But again, these are questions only you can answer to yourself. Stay blessed. Stay caffeinated. When it comes to Christ, in the gospel, stay vocal, plant those seeds. Much love.